Hi, my name's Jules Mills. Welcome to my grotto. I've been fitting boots here for over 30 years, so if you'd like to pick up some tips and tricks, keep watching. So we've chosen a boot for our customer, and we're going to see now what we can do to make that initial fit just perfect. The custom shell process is going to allow us to gain maybe up to about 6 millimeters in general width of the boot, and will also allow us to solve many little problems with small bumps or pressure points inside the boot. It's a process that's going to take about 10 minutes from start to finish, and we need to start with an oven that's already preheated. So the first thing I'm going to do is to preheat the oven. Once the oven is turned on, you can remove the liners from the shell. At this point, it's important to make sure that if you have a custom molded insole, that you place it into the liner right now. We don't want to heat the liner with the insole inside, but if we are just using the custom shell process on the shell, that's exactly the right time. Once we have removed the liners from the shell, make sure the buckles are open, the boot is correctly in shape, and that the straps are open. We are now going to place it into the oven for about 2 minutes. So the heating process is almost finished now. When the alarm sounds, we're going to remove the shells from the oven. Be very careful here because they are hot, so it's a good idea to wear a pair of gloves. We're going to take them out liner by liner, and then we're going to place the shell on the floor and place the liner back inside each shell before we give it to our customer. That's the end of our timing. I turn off the oven and I remove the first boot. We can see everything is really soft and ready to mold. Help the customer into the boot. Make sure that everything is well in place. And once the first boot is correctly positioned, we can take the second. Once both boots are lightly closed, ask your customer to stand up. Then he flexes slightly forward. So I've been out to the freezer to get the cooling pads. We're going to put the cooling pads around the boots to finish off the cooling process. If you don't have a cooling pad, you can also send your customer out into the snow for a few minutes to let the cool snow actually finish off the process. So again, we're going to do this one by one. We ask the customer to lift up his foot, and we place the pad around the boot and place the foot back in flat. So we're going to close off here. Again, the second foot flat, lightly flexed forward, and we're going to leave the cooling pads in place for about 5 minutes until the process is completely finished. Okay, so that's the end of the first level of the custom shell process. We can go further now and also mold the liner. What's important to remember here is that these two processes should be done separately. First we do the shell, the custom shell process, and then we do the molding of the liner. And you will be able to see the full liner molding process in the next episode.